Okay, this is Back to Basics 5 and I'm going to do some envelopes today, but I just thought I'd show you how that turned out and it's perfect. Okay, absolutely brilliant. Perfect match. So, yeah, lovely. So that did work. Okay, put that away for our little snippets we'll do later on. So we're going to do envelopes today, so I can put that away. I've sorted out some napkins. The only Irish one I had is blue, so I won't be using that, but I have only one of those. So what I thought I would do, I looked through anything that had these sort of colours that I do need my book, don't I? Okay, so I sort of leave this open and I'll sort of go through and have a look to see what napkins I quite like to go with it. I know it's not an iris, but I'm not going to get too caught up on that. I quite liked this flower here that could be useful. Here, that was quite nice. And even the, maybe not that one, but definitely that one's okay. And on here, I thought this yellow would be quite nice because you could tone it down with some vintage photo, and this flower here. So that might most probably work with that. And then these green butterflies and these here would work quite nicely if we wanted to cut them out and put them over. And they're only small envelopes. So these have been, I think I said in the last video, with the papers, onion dyed, which I have the recipe in the description box for that, because Tina gave me these and I thought, oh, they're just going to work perfectly, so that's brilliant. So she gave me the recipe, so I will write it down for you. All right, so we're only dinky, so 3 little envelopes. What size are they? They're not very big at all, but they're great. I love little small envelopes. 4 3/4 by 3 5/8. Okay, so that one, and this one is about the same that way, and a bit bigger that way, I would say 5 1/2. Okay, so quite dinky. I thought that would be nice to do that. So again, I mean, you know, I've got a video on them, but it's nice to do them to try and incorporate into the journal. And again, we'll do it, you know, quite simple, so not too much of a headache for everybody. And we'll do 3 together, and we've sorted out napkins, and we'll go from there. So gesso first, so go ahead and gesso the envelopes. If you don't like gesso, don't use it, but like I said, this is my way. You know, we all find our own ways, so if you don't want to do this part, then skip it, please. Okay, I'm applying it with a credit card. Oh, and I'll put the recipe for the homemade gesso underneath as well. All right. And I am going to just put some on randomly. I don't put it on all over, just like that. I'll just try and get rid of any straight lines. Try and go off the edge as well. Okay, so you're not sort of, because sometimes if you just work here and not go off the edge, then it looks like it's all just sort of tight in there. You want to feel quite free when you're doing this. straight line there. And I don't mind that, you see, because that creates a different look again. Love it. Okay, and dry those off. Okay, they're all nice and dry. And the colours I'm going to work with these are Fired Brick and Wild Honey. So let's see, the lighter one first, I think. Put some of that on. See what that turns out like. That's not water. There it is. Okay, you've got to remember doing this, it actually waters the colour down, so, you know, which I don't mind that. Let's get some on. There we go, and they need drying off. Okay, they're all dry, so we go with the next layer now. I'm not going to have too much Fired Brick because I'm actually quite liking this colour, but just a little bit. So, and this is quite dry, this one, so if you've got a really wet one, be careful because you get loads. A bit of water, dilute it a bit. It goes pink. Right, I'll go off. Oh no, I'll do the other two and then I'll dry them off all together. And you can see what I mean. Here we are, they're all dry. So what I'm going to do now is going to use some wild honey, but I'm using it neat. Okay, first. And I'm going to ink up the edges around. So I'm going to get rid of some of that gesso. So I'm going for an autumn feel here. It still gives different tones and different effects. That's why I like using the gesso, to give a bit of depth to what you're doing. Let's see how these turn out. I've left a little bit there just to show we've used it. And now loads of you have done the envelopes. I can't believe it, just amazing. Okay, and then I'll leave a little bit there, just a bit lighter. And honestly, some of your work is absolutely brilliant. Well done. And I can see some of you have experimented as well, and it's just great. It's so lovely. Now I'm going to use the Fired Brick. So I'm gonna do that on there first and then just go around. It's quite dry, so I'm all right. And this one I'm going to spritz with water after I've done all this. That's those, how they've turned out. There's no stamping on there yet or anything. So, right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spritz with a bit of water. Okay, and I've also got Vintage Photo watered down. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to spritz with water first. Get some different things going on because you see all the water bubbles. And I'm going to leave it like that. This one is really good for this, okay, because it doesn't blow what I've done around, all right? So I'm going to use this and dry them off. Okay, don't have to dry them totally because I'm going to add some of the tea now, or the Vintage Photo. I like the way it leaves all marks like this. Okay. So now just going to spritz a bit of that on. So get a different effect again. And it takes some of the other colour out as well. And then dry that off. And we'll see what happens once that's all dry. I'll show you what's happened. Here we go. See, loads of watermarks. Another one there. And then a little bit different, that one, but that's okay. Right, now I'm going to decoupage on them, and then afterwards, after I've done the decoupage, I will ink up with Vintage Photo and bring them all sort of all blended in. Yeah, so we shall see what happens. I've ripped out all my bits and pieces that I want to use, and that's the bit that's left. So I've got dragonflies and some of the flowers that I said. So go along now. I'll most probably, what I'll do, I'll place them where I think they're going to go, and I'll do that off camera. I actually want that sort of there. Maybe him going off there. But I'm going to put stamps there, I expect. No, I'll put that on the back. And then we've got to use one of these big flowers, haven't we? So that I would most probably put there. And I use a butterfly for that. I've got a little butterfly somewhere. There's one. I might put that there. Make it look like it's part of something. And this one perhaps we'll do over there, and then dragonfly coming off of the page like that. So there. Oh, I've got one more little butterfly. That'll look quite nice on the other side though. I think I'll do that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and decoupage those. If you haven't seen me do that as in the other video, it's just, you know, it's not time consuming, but it's silly to do it all again on camera. All right, and what I'll do, I'll come back when they're done, and then we'll go to the back and I'll show you what I do there. All right. Okay, so the fronts are all dry on those. These two I really love. This one I feel not sure about. Okay, where I'll work a little bit more on that one. But I like the way that's turned out so far. I mean, it hasn't been sanded down, and I have a couple of little spots that I don't know whether you can see. They're shiny, whereas the sanding will get rid of those. Because somebody was asking that the other day, that sometimes when there's not quite enough water in your glue, because like I said, I've before 2 to 1, two parts glue, 1 part water for this, and there's a little bit shiny on there. If we can catch it just around here somewhere. So again, sanding will do that, and that's the one I'm not sort of keen on really. I think it looks a bit patchy. That's all right. We'll work with that. This one I'm beginning to like. Yeah. So the next thing I do is the backs, and do exactly the same sort of thing. Get some decoupage going. I think that looks like it should go there. There. I've got a bit of yellow. Oh, I've got quite a bit of yellow actually, so that's all right. I might put that there. Maybe that there, and maybe a butterfly there. Right, but that's not going to stay down. I should have done it the other way, but that's all right. I forgot. So I've got that. Or I might have, no, I think I'll put that one there for a change. Maybe that in there like that. Of course, cut that off. That's enough because we've got stamping to do. That's purple. Can't have that. Must use one of these lovely dragonflies. Perhaps that can go. Actually, that looks nice on there. So that'll go there instead. Yeah. Then maybe that butterfly poking out of there might look quite nice. Yeah, I think yeah, that's fine. Right, so I'll go ahead and do that and then see when they're done. Okay, they're all nice and dry. So what is it now? It's exercise time. After we've cut all the pieces off, I'll just trim a little bit. I sand them down a bit as well, but just get anything off that it's too much. There we go, and emery board, and then as you know I sand all these. Oh, let's get hold of it first. So they're all nice and smooth, no wrinkles. Let's see, I'll just show you that it's getting rid of any bit that's shiny. Alright, I think there's a tiny bit up there still. It's gone now. There we go. So do them with all of them. And then on with the next stage. Okay, right, on with the envelopes then. They're all dry, sanded down. Except I made a hole in that one, but I've left it as is because I'm going to show you how to get away with that. Alright, I don't know, I only sanded it down a little bit and made a hole, so that's the first on me. But anyway, I shall show you what to do. Picked some stamps out. I thought that green one might look nice on here. Oh, that's what I meant. I picked these stamps out. Okay, because I've got the, I bought these this week, they came. So looking forward to using those. That Tim Holtz. So Stampers Anonymous. And that stencil that Tina gave me. And then I've got the Spellbinders script stamp. And I use that one. I'm trying to use things that you most probably will have, you know, or are not will have, but are available. Get there in a minute. Yeah, I'm getting a bit tired now because I've done a couple of videos this morning on copyright, and then I've done another video on something else. So yeah, just getting a bit tired now. I want to get these envelopes finished. Now let's stick that one down. Again, I get my stamps from Car Boots, and usually sometimes it's on Marketplace on Facebook. You know, they advertise stamps, and I usually get them to post them to me because they don't weigh that much. This one I need repairing inside. Okay, you see, that's the only one that's split. This stamp actually I'm using now looks like a really old one. Can't read the date, but it does look very old. Alright, it's a little bit tea stain. I will start off with the lightest one if I'm doing anything, and then if it's not dark enough I add more colour. So you just need to sort of blend those in really. Okay, right, now I'm going to be using black archival ink for the next bit. Okay, and the first thing I do is cancel stamp and the little thingy, and I'm going to do that in black because it's quite dark. I'll do the round one first. I'll do all of them like that. Okay. Not too perfect, because by now it wouldn't be perfect if they was old. And then the stamp, the cancel stamp, cancellation stamp I think they call it. Oh, I think there's football on in the pub. Sorry if it's noisy. Yeah, I haven't used this one. This is not new, but I haven't used it. So I will get a spare piece of paper. Let's see. Oh. No, not going to go there with that one. I mean, they look good if you actually, you know, emboss them with the heat emboss and everything. I'm pleased that's making a bit of a comeback. I've got so much of it from years ago. Because I used to stamp a lot, so just need to notice that's sticking up a bit. Okay, I think the post office stamp will look nice here. Well, I'm not sure if I use the stencil. I don't know. Well, the postcard stamp will look nice. I think I'll use that one there. I've been after this one for ages. And I thought I've been really good lately. I haven't spent hardly any money, so I did now. Yeah. I think I spent my monthly allowance in a day. Right. I most probably put a bit of a snippet up the top there, so I'm going to do this, centralise it-ish. No. So I'm going to have to lean forward. Put that one there. And it'll be slightly underneath, but I don't mind. There. And that one I'll put there. Oh, there. Now I'll leave that for a bit of snippet, I think. I'm going to put it there. There we go. Right, okay, use this stamp. Hold on a minute. That's that one there. Okay. I use it with a block. And I think I need something a bit darker. So I'm going to use potting soil. Yeah, sorry about my hands. I actually picked up my bottle of what I used yesterday. And it was leaking. All over me again. Right, let me do this one first. Okay, just going to put a bit of stamping on. Don't need to ink it all up really. Potting soil. Okay, I'm going to actually stamp the back first because I'm not sure about this one. I don't use this one very much. Right, so I'll sort of do something here. You can see what it's like. Oh no, it's lovely. Actually, it's perfect. I like it. So I need to go down there. And that's really nice. Yeah, I think I wanted a little bit here. Give it in there. Let's go mad. It's a little bit messy now. But it's okay. I'm not going to worry. I might break that up with a bit of snippet, yeah. So, right in there. It's quite good because it goes all different ways as well. It's really nice. Okay, ink them up, but if you look how good that's looking with that, yeah, good colour. before we go any further, I just thought I'd show you. Add a snippet or something. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. So they would look lovely. I wouldn't put it on here, but you know, when they're over a page like that, and then you've got a tuck spot and things like that over a plain page, they look really good. The other way maybe. So it goes there, and then you've got something blended in with that, and that's perfect blending in. Yeah. Sometimes when you're staring at them, you think, I don't know, they look a bit dark, but they're not. They really aren't. All right. Oh, I've got to put a bit of tape on that one, haven't I? Okay, I've got packaging tape. That'll be quite nice for a change. I don't get it for packaging. I actually use it on these. I don't quite need as much as that. Give it an ink up. So it looks like it's been there forever. Make sure it bends over. Oh, I had to get rid of that hole somewhere, didn't I? What's this one? Couldn't even see. Yeah. Okay, what I do there normally is a tiny bit more decoupage. Alright, but I might put a snippet here. So if I put something here on that one, alright, that's going to cover one hole, so I've only got to worry about that. Yeah. So what I do, usually get a little flower or something, or a leaf even. I've got one here. That's, oh, just ripped it. Hanging around. Actually, that could work. That's alright. That look like it's attached to that. Alright, so I will put that on. That was handy, that bit being there, wasn't it? Yeah, that's a... I think that's all I've got hanging around anyway. And give that a dry. Oops, sorry, shaking there. And no hole. There we go. Okay, it's all gone. So, inking up time now. Definitely get an autumn feel with these, which is great. There we are. That one, and then do the other two the same. I'll just do that a bit more, I think. Okay, there we have it. All right, least favourite, and that's my favourite there, and then that one's, yeah, in the middle. There we go, but beautiful in the journal. It's very autumny. Don't know where I'm going to put them yet. Certainly blend in. Yeah, really nice. There we go. Okay, I'll leave them there because I've got to take a photo. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. And some nice grungy autumny envelopes. Okay, and oh, see you in episode 6.
Bye.